Our guest today is a painter, conceptual, contemporary, and performance-based artist. She works out of her 8,500 square foot studio in Vancouver, BC. The skylight ceilings of Masik Studios offer light and inspiration for the artist, while the immense studio is able to house an extensive body of work, including a recent collection, Corkscrew Follies, with some work spanning up to 20 feet long. With hundreds of paintings, sculptures, and performances combined, her innate desire to create emits itself through a prolific body of work. With international acclaim, numerous guest appearances at conferences worldwide, and a feature film documentary under her belt, the artist continues to build a foundation to becoming part of the Canadian art historical canon. Her work can be found in corporate and private collections in the UK, Spain, Dubai, China, and all throughout Canada and the USA. She is most notably recognized for her highly controversial Forgotten Project, which chronicles 69 missing and murdered women from the Vancouver's downtown east side. Her Forgotten Project continues to spur dialogue and offer a voice for those women who have been lost but not forgotten. The film was the winner of the documentary category at the 2014 International Emmy Awards. She recently teamed up with and opened her studio to two other local international artists, Jason Toussaint and Raphael Mazzucco, in a collaboration called No Home. Ladies and gentlemen, Vancouver's own Pamela Masik.
Well, thank you so much for having us tonight. It's great to meet you.
Welcome to the studio. Yeah.
Fantastic studio.
It's great to have everyone here.
Can you tell us a little something about tonight, the collaboration that's going on?
Well, I think that essentially back in 2011, I had a quite an epic show that was picked up by a museum, and there's a lot of controversy, and essentially I was censored, and I lost that show after working on it for a year with the museum. And you know, it's not so much about that. It's more about, especially in today's political uncertainty, the climate is very unpredictable. And artists, if you look back, you know, during the beginning, to the beginning of time, I think we're really instrumental in waking up to society to take responsibility for how we play a role in the things that are happening. And so when you censor artists, you are actually really impacting each other in a way that I don't think is very positive. So essentially at Masik Studios, I'm usually a lone wolf, and it's been like that for 20 years. And I learned a lot. My last trip to Italy, I went to the Biennale, spent 25 artists from around the world, and I learned so much, you know, and I had this dream. And I thought, you know, I'm going to show this certain collection. So my 20-year retrospective is coming up January 31st, 2018. Thought I'd plug that. And what I'm really, this is almost like a precursor to what's to be expected here. I'm bringing in international talent across genres, so photography, painting, performance, music, dance, everything. And artists come into my studio, I collaborate with them or other artists who are involved, and then we go back there to their country. And so I think it's really going to elevate the scene here, and in particular this show, that's what happened to the artists. They were censored, and I just thought it would be a really good opportunity for me to open my studio and not be such a hermit.
Well, that's a great segue to my next question, is what normally motivates you? Where do you normally draw your inspiration from?
I don't know, like, you know what this is?
Seashell.
This is real. I don't know, nature, people. I study a lot about psychology and sociology and just different things about the way we act and who we are and waking up to our fuller potential. And I struggle with that constantly. Like, okay, I don't like working Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so work ethic. No, really, like, I think that issues that really get to me, like right now my new project with the Masik Foundation is Syrian refugee families. And being Canadian inspires me because when I travel, I'm reminded about you know, how beautiful we are as a people, and we forget, you know. And so I really want to focus on more of these things in the coming years, and that inspires me. So when I have people in the studio like this, it's like to inspire is to be inspired, you know. So that's all I got to say. Hopefully it's a good show for Jason. It's been a wonderful experience, and it's really confirming a lot of what I think needs to happen in the art industry, not just here locally, but on an international level.
Well, you're definitely doing a good job of representing, Vancouver. Well, do you draw any inspiration from the city or from?
Oh, absolutely.
BC?
It's my working city.
Yeah.
A place for reinvention. That's not according to the people, I would say. I think that, in anywhere in North America, really, it's like we work. I like Europe. I like where you make a life, you live a life, and art is very much like that. So I don't live a normal life here, but I certainly love it.
How would you describe your process?
My process, I'm right now, so since 2011, my museum show's canceled. Did lots of things internationally, and I came back and I was so inspired. I'm up to 70 paintings on rotation at once. So I do painting, sculpture, I write at the same time, I write music at the same time. It all leads one into the next. And it's my process to just be free, So to do that is like, it's a gift from God for sure, to be able to get there, because that's been 20 years then.
What's your typical day in the studio like then?
Typical day is leading up to this show. It changes from month to month and from like certain parts of the year and stuff. But right now we're on the eve of course, a holiday. So I'm trying to get everyone to work, because they want extra money to spend on their Christmas gifts. So I hired a ton of people in December to get the nitty-gritty done. But generally it would be like my 2 assistants. Monday morning we have a meeting, generally 10 o'clock, but I mean, day in life for me, it's like I'm up at 6 or 7. I go to the gym and I try to negate all the things that the night before. Truth be known. I think that it's really important to be balanced. I haven't been balanced all the time, I can be a bit of a rock star in my life. So, but discipline. Like I love painting. I come in the studio. I have a hard time with social media a lot because it's really hard to be in the zone and be authentic and be creative, and yet sit there and go, "Hi, this is me. Look at my butt." No, it's like it just doesn't go right. So I have someone else take a photo of my butt.
That's a very important thing. Hire someone else to take care of that, right?
Yeah, it's super fun in the studio because I'm always taking some sort of found material, new material, doing a lot of augmented reality in some of my work. This new collection coming up. So since The Forgotten 2011, I'm on 7 collections in. So my retrospective, I'm showing over 200 paintings, sculptures, see-through sound. There's like sound installations, performances, and artists from all over the world coming to celebrate. So you should come.
When is that?
January 31st.
January 31st.
Yes, baby! I'm so excited! 20 years!
Nice.
But I love what I do. I still get just like a little kid. It's contagious. I love having people here because
It's a great space.
I
can get into some trouble.
I encourage people to come in here and just like let loose, right? So, yeah, it's good.
Any
So,
advice for
discipline?
Discipline?
Discipline. And what are you saying? I left a lot of galleries at a point where I was making, upwards of $200,000 a year just from that one gallery. They're like, "Pamela, we want 20 pawns." I'm like, "Guess what? You ain't getting them. I quit you." And for me, I don't want to be a gimmicky artist, and maybe my oozing sexuality does that for me. No, just kidding. I'm a bit of a jokester in the studio. Actually, I'm walking right now with a broken foot.
Oh, really?
And I told people, it's almost healed.
In heels.
I know, I'm trying. I might have to hitchhike you to pick me up and bring me to the washer.
All right.
But, I like to have fun. I make sure everyone in my, who works for me, they have fun. Beer on Friday. Only one for me. And, I just stretch your mind and ask the most random of questions, and I don't know. What can I say? Go for it.
That's great. Yeah.
Don't get another job. You get another job and you're not starving enough. Don't get another job. Just fucking starve. You know what I used to do? Oh my God. I said it's 5 o'clock, the end of the day, my doctor's office. I would be like, I raised my son on painting, really. And I was like, I don't even know how I'm gonna eat dinner tonight. So I had to go to his office at the end of the day and display like 8 paintings in his reception and say, I'm not leaving until you buy one. Like that. Like I was ballsy. I would never do that now. Instead I'm like this, buy one. No. But yeah, it's just discipline. I've painted a lot, and I think that it's just really important to be a better artist every day. It's not about competition with anyone else, So.
One last question off the top of your head, top 3 artists.
I like Jenny Seville a lot. I love her stuff. Sarah Lukacs, she's okay. And I love, I never know how to say her last name, so excuse me for my ignorance, and please forgive me. But Eva Hess or Eva Hees? What's your story, Vancouver?